Welcome back. The time now 9:19. Well, all morning long, we've been following the developments out of Ferguson where two officers were shot. It happened after a protest following the resignation of the Ferguson police chief there. The officers are expected to recover. We just heard that in a live press conference. So far, though, no arrests have been made. Now, violence against police has unfortunately been common recently throughout the country. Joining me today is Captain Doug Shoemaker with the Jefferson City Police Department. And Doug, actually, the last time you came on was just a couple weeks back. We were talking about violence against police, and then here overnight we have this happen. Just what's your take on the latest out of Ferguson?
Well, obviously it's still developing, but at face value in the law enforcement community, certainly we're very concerned about what's taken place. I think the St. Louis County Police Chief said it very well in his statement this morning that we have officers in a very difficult position. They're protecting the rights of people to protest, and the majority of protesters are doing exactly as they should, and they have the right, and we respect that. Analyzing those that are there to do ill will, either to the citizens or to us, is the trick. And as we witnessed last night, that becomes the big issue as to how do we continue to do what we're doing and protect our lives and the lives of those that are out there doing the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, how do officers feel right now? You know, we thought maybe it'll be dying down a little bit, but it just seems like it just keeps popping up, the violence against officers.
Right, and we have gun violence against officers at a huge increase over the last year and whatnot. So it's certainly something that concerns us. In this position, in this profession, it's very sickening to see this type of thing happen because it seems like we can't win in some ways, but we have to keep those dialogues going to try and figure out how to get to the best way of policing for the community and do the right thing. But at the same time, we do have the right to life ourselves, obviously, too. So it's a difficult time, very difficult.
Any lessons? Do you guys look at situations when this happens? Do local police departments look at situations like this and try to analyze, okay, how did they react? Would we react similar? How can we prepare after something like that?
Sure, and we wait to see till everything is completely unfolded in terms of what took place. You know, nobody wants to armchair quarterback anything that took place or didn't take place, but we all in law enforcement as a profession look at things as constantly evolving. We have to change constantly. There is no way to be static in what we do. So part of that really is educating ourselves and looking at other things that other agencies have done and applying that to our own particular agencies.
Another topic that we originally came here to talk about today is Crime Stoppers, so I kind of want to shift gears here. Crime Stoppers is an important thing. It's been around for a lot of different departments for years, and it actually helped you in a recent homicide investigation. Do explain that.
We did. We had the homicide of a gentleman in our city not too long ago, and we had, honestly, very few leads up front. No real witnesses initially, and then some information came forward on the Crime Stoppers line, of course, which has been around, as you mentioned, for some time for the Cole County, Jefferson City area. And that tip came in anonymously, and that tip really was the basis of information for which the investigation began going in the right direction. And it solidified some things that we did know, but also gave us other information that really led us to what was eventually 3 arrests directly for that homicide. So it was invaluable in this particular instance.
Yeah, sometimes even if it's a small amount of information, like you said, it can lead to other information that opens the door in an investigation.
Right. Sometimes, and you mentioned a great point, the smallest bit of information that corroborates what we already know to help us know that we're going in the right direction can be extremely valuable. So I don't think people understand sometimes that calling in anonymously or calling us and directly is extremely helpful for what we do, and it's like that community policing proverb of we're only as good as the community allows us to be, and really that rings true, and in this case it certainly helped in so many ways.
And people sometimes can get a reward, and if they do this anonymous, I mean, it is really anonymous, right?
It was truly anonymous. There's no way to trace back who it was, and this person was paid $1,000. No questions asked. They got the reward within 1 day of us submitting the reward to the Crime Stoppers Board, and that information again was crucial to this case, and it certainly has paid off not only really for the community in terms of safety and clearing that homicide, but for the victim's family too. I mean, that closure for them is just as important. So we're very pleased.
And how do they anonymously give this money over? How does that work?
Well, the exact steps, we have a Crime Stoppers Board that sets up the rules, and they are given a number. An assigned number or a case number, whatever that number could possibly be. And then based upon that, they are given information as to how to pick up their tip anonymously. We're not involved in that handling of the money. We don't directly contact them in any way, shape, or form. So, and we don't trace back numbers or anything of that nature. So it is truly anonymous. It's a great system.
It really is. Led to 3 arrests and a recent homicide.
We're very thankful.
Thanks so much, Doug, for coming on. We appreciate it. Now here's Brittany.